So I feel that my new goal in life is to basically shatter people's belief systems one video at a time. And if you're tuned into this channel, I basically had an awakening a few years back. I jumped on what they call the MGTOW platform, which stands for Men Going Their Own Way. And even though there's a deeper meaning to MGTOW, along that journey, I got what was called red pilled. And it basically relates to the movie The Matrix back in the 90s. I think it was 99 it was released, right? And you take the blue pill or you take the red pill, right? You take the blue pill, you live in blissful ignorance for the rest of your life. You don't question anything. You stay immersed and trapped into the matrix system, and you do and obey and follow the rules, and basically your life is being programmed by this matrix program mindset, whatever you want to call it, that you're just not aware of, right? Because everybody else is doing it. You feel like you fit in and you're doing your part, and you you just don't question anything. And when you take the red pill, you basically do the opposite, and you want to seek a deeper meaning to life. You want to understand what exactly is happening in this world, this matrix, this illusion, this whole system that's been built around control, right? Around controlling you, and around basically telling you how to think, and you not realizing it. And people are like, well, I think for myself all the time. You do, in the sense that you're consciously creating your life and going to your 9 to 5 and financing a house, and financing a car or mortgaging a house, and working your way up the corporate ladder, or doing whatever you're going to do, right? This mundane day in, day out routine, which we call life, right? And for me, being caught up in that matrix programming for such a long time, I felt the need to say, you know what, is this all there is to it? Like, seems a little bit, I don't know, like there's something else going on that we're all missing, because we're just too distracted by life, right? In general, just too distracted by everything that we're doing in our day-to-day lives. So people, unless you're financially set to the point where you don't have to worry about money anymore, and you got your freedom that way to do whatever you want to do, which a lot of people are not there, or you go completely the opposite way, which pretty much I had to do, and minimalize my lifestyle, the way I live, the way I spend, the way I do everything else, just so I could have that time to be able to go deep within and do research and start seeking a deeper truth and understanding to this world and to this reality, and how it works and how it's made up, and why are things happening the way they're happening, and all this other stuff. So I mean, this goes on for friggin' forever, man. It really, really does. But when you finally wake up and you're not so fixated and bought into what you're being sold, and you see things in a higher perspective, you get pissed off. That's the first stage of awakening. You're going to get really angry. You're going to be like, well, I've been lied to all my life? Or you got to be kidding me, man. This is not how it is. This is not the way it is. You know what I mean? Like, are you telling me that this whole reality is built around some kind of control system, and they're trying to control my mindset and the way I think and the way I behave, and they want me just to be a subservient citizen, slave to the system, and not question anything? You telling me that? Pretty much, man. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Oh, okay. Well, I knew there was something going on. I just couldn't put my finger on it. And then the journey goes on, right? Then the rabbit hole just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And you realize that you're being programmed subliminally through TV and commercials and sports and music, lyrics, social media, whatever it is, man. They're trying to figure out your thinking patterns. And with this advanced age of technology and AI on the rise and everything else, and you go on these certain apps and if you view a certain video for a certain amount of time, they'll just keep sending you more of the same stuff because they feel that, okay, this is what he likes because he viewed it for fucking 7.8 seconds. So we're going to send him some more of the same stuff. And then all of a sudden, now they got you to the point where they understand how you think, right? And then it goes beyond, go ahead to freaking 2030, right? Where they decide now, okay, well, we can upload your consciousness into the AI system. And then they got total control over your well-being, over your state of mind. Right. And this is what people don't seem to understand. A lot of people are like, all right, well, I'll just, I'll go for that. And I'll put a chip in my hand or chip in my brain or whatever it is. So I can become like supernatural or part robotic or part whatever it is, part AI or man, give me a break. Your true source of power comes from within. And we're all connected to that power, to that source, what downloads naturally into these ideas and hunches and whatever it is. But you'll never, ever, ever in a million years get there if you're caught up in the matrix system of programming like everybody else is doing. Nobody has the time, theoretically, unless, like I said, unless you have a lot of money and you're financially set, or you're a fucking bum and you live in a minimal lifestyle and you have nothing but time on your hands to actually question everything that's going on. You'll never be able to see it. You'll never be able to clear your head enough, have the clarity enough, be empty enough, deprogram yourself enough. And deprogramming is the key, right? Because we're constantly being programmed all the time. Right? So once you realize you're being programmed, not for your highest good, through all this other stuff that I just mentioned, then you got to go through the process of deprogramming, where you got to eliminate all that stuff. No more movies, no more radio, no more TV, no more sports, no more advertising, no more any of that stuff, man. And then you become aware of actually what you're focusing on and what you're taking in. And then realize that my reality is being built around what I'm focusing on. That's one of the first steps, is like, oh, okay, so I know that I'm sort of creating my way in this life and creating my reality. And I was the one that went and got that job. And I was the one that, bought the house. And I was the one that financed the car. That was all me. That wasn't programmed by anybody else. Go deeper, man. Everybody else is doing it too, right? Everybody else is doing it. So, I mean, you just followed the herd in an unconscious way and just decided that, okay, well, this is the way life is supposed to be. Like everybody else is doing. Keep up with the Joneses, finance your car, mortgage your house, send the kids through school, put them in college, whatever it is, right? And then basically it just keeps going on and on and on for generations and generations and generations until you finally put on the brakes and say, wait a minute. Something just doesn't feel right about this whole system, about this whole way of being. And then you start going deep down the rabbit hole. Then you start questioning everything. And then you realize that your power comes from, what exactly you're focusing on. I like to use that because you get like these downloads through meditation where you can get to a point where you can quiet your mind, still your thoughts, right? Still your thoughts. There's one thing. They say, okay, observe your thoughts, observe the emotions, observe all that shit, and let it go. Oh, let it go, let it go, let it go. Don't attach to anything, which a lot of people in a highly reactive state will all of a sudden have a thought come to them, and then they'll just go boom, and they'll react on it. And most of the time, it's a negative. And then that negative thought turns into another thought, and then it just dominoes all the way through. And before you know it, you've just created just the ultimate worst situation in your life. And then you'll blame the outside reflection on that the world is not fair and is treating me bad, and I don't deserve this. And meanwhile, it was all your own creation, man. Oh, it doesn't ever go so deep. It it's just endless, man. So I feel the need to come on here and make videos and just at least give people a different perspective on life, give people a higher understanding, and know that, you know, you have to take your attention away from all this matrix programming and all the way things you see, the way things are in this life, man. And you just kind of close your eyes and create a new version of yourself and a new reality, and just basically just block off the current reality that you have, excuse me, and create a new one from within through your imagination. Oh, it goes so deep, man. Anyways, with that being said, I'm almost 11 minutes in, so that's good enough. Thanks for tuning in. Take it easy.